Yo, I can't even cap to y'all. Your boy is a little bit annoyed here. Actually, I'm a bit annoyed, and let me explain why. So, full transparency, I have not had the opportunity to play Season 2 to the degree that I've wanted to, right? I've been incredibly busy. Life has been lifing, you know what I'm saying? Long story short, I jump on to get some action in, right? I jump on yesterday, I'm like, yo, it's go time, but I did see Bungie drop some patches, right? Or they dropped a patch. What is it called? 1.1.0.2. So not a crazy large patch, but they re-rolled out the carry event. Cool. The carry event last season was smooth, gave me an opportunity to get more upgrade materials and all that good stuff. I can dig it. So I'm reading through this. I'm literally going through my phone just like this. I'm just reading. I'm like, all right, some weapon changes. We got some weapon fixes. Cool. I can always dig that. Some UI changes, you know, yada, yada, yada. So I'm just scrolling through and I get to this point here and I'm looking for it as I was scrolling. Yeah, right here, the Cradle. I'm like, all right, what'd they do at the Cradle? Hopefully they giving your boy some love. And they said they reduced the XP value of Bluenique or deluxe unique weapons from 1500 to 700. They reduced the XP value of superior and prestige weapon mods, superior from 2500 down to 1000 and prestige from 7500 down to 3750. And I'm not gonna lie, when I read that, I almost just threw my phone, bro. I almost just threw my phone. And it may not be for the reason you're thinking, or it could be for the reason you're thinking. I don't really know what you're thinking right now, but ultimately, I'm just like, come on, dog. Come on. Now, granted, like, have I had the opportunity to go get a deluxe unique weapon or to like accrue a ton of superior and prestige weapon mods? Like, no, I haven't. Will the average player have the opportunity to accrue all of that? No, probably not. Maybe they did from doing the Night Marsh PvP light mode that was happening. Sponsor Survival, couldn't think of the name. Maybe they had the opportunity to accrue a ton of that back when that first launched, right? Before Bungie decided to nerf it. But either way, I'm just like, dog, for the average cat, right? And by the average cat, I mean the dude that only gets the chance to play maybe a couple hours a night, if that, right? Maybe a couple hours every other night, maybe just over the weekends, right? The cat like you and me, right? I work 50 to 60 hours a week, bar none, right? With my career and what I do training and track and field. So like, I work a lot. Don't get the chance to really rock out the way that I want to, right? So I'm hoping when I sit down and, you know, I get to it, I have the opportunity to get to it. So I know initially, and I'm paraphrasing a lot here, but I know initially Bungie had to nerf Night Marsh because Sponsor Survival was ruining it. You can jump into Sponsor Survival, you can run through the boss room, get all this purple and gold stuff, yada, yada, yada. I seen that happening. I want to say the first week that Season 2 came out. Didn't really get to indulge because, again, your boy is busy. But I seen it happen. So I knew Bungie was going to dial that back a little bit. All right, cool, whatever it is, what it is. And then the nerfs to the Cradle initially, like you were able to really rack up the XP early on, and then they nerfed that, and then they just hit it with another nerf. So I'm like, dog, now whenever I'm trying to like upgrade my Cradle in any capacity, it feels so much more like a slog in comparison to where it was when I played in week 1 in comparison to where I played in like week 3 of Season 2. I'm like, dog, like it doesn't feel as rewarding. And part of this though is psychology, because is this upgrade no, let me get my words together. Is this route of progress faster than Season 1? Yes, it is, for sure. Like, don't get it twisted, right? You can go do a rook run, or you could just go do a couple quick runs to just go get some good stuff, run an intercept, etc. Get some solid stuff, convert it into XP for the Cradle, bada bing, bada boom, right? But it's just the notion that we started out on such a high and everything just gets throttled back more and more and more. And it feels like the discrepancy between the person that can dedicate 8 hours a day and the person that can only dedicate 2, that discrepancy is widening. Because look, no matter if the XP rates were still as high as they were, or if they weren't, like if they continue to nerf the Cradle, those not high tier players, well, I guess you can consider them high tier players, but those people that can play a lot, they're going to max out their Cradle nonetheless. It doesn't matter if it takes 8 hours a day or 2 hours a day. They're going to do it because they've dedicated themselves to this game. That's just the reality of it, right? But the people that suffer are the people like you and me that don't quite get the opportunity to really get the reps in to the degree that we want to, right? So when you just continue to reduce XP for the Cradle, or, you know, make loot worse here and there, like, you are just hurting the filthy casuals or the casuals or just the cats that just don't get a chance to get the reps in to the degree that they want to. And that discrepancy just widens. So now, because I play mostly solo queue, a lot of my homies have left Marathon, full transparency. So I'm solo queuing and I'm running in with cats that got free kits, and I got some decent stuff, and we're fighting purples, we're fighting gold cats. It's like, dog, come on, man, come on. So like, not only am I finding myself getting my teeth kicked in from time to time. Now, don't get it twisted. Your boy does win some of these gunfights, right? Some of them, you just can't 1v3 with a green shield against a team of purples. Like, sometimes that's just the reality because my homies get slapped up, whatever the case may be, right? But again, it's just like, dog, like, I'm just not really, I don't even know how to quite put it into words. It's just like, I feel like everything is bogged down. And if I'm being honest, it has really put a dampen on like my enjoyment of Marathon right now here in season 2, right? Some people, I can already hear y'all getting ready to type like, oh, that's just a you problem, get good, right? I hear you there, I hear you, but the problem is they release something hot in an extraction shooter and then try to reel it back, when it's like, no, you got to keep it hot for the rest of the season, or you got to do another involuntary wipe. I know it will be annoying, people will be pissed off beyond belief, but you got to do it. Like, when it comes to an extraction shooter, everybody has to start off on an even foot, man. You have to. This isn't Destiny where you have a way to farm this particular role of this weapon and then Bungie dials it back in, right? That's like a, oh shucks, it's going to be harder to get that weapon, but you can still get that weapon and still be on even footing. It's like when something like the Cradle launches hot and then you roll it back a few weeks into the season, the people that already put 100 hours into the game in season 2, they were going to get to the max Cradle, or excuse me, they're going to max out their Cradle nonetheless, right? It's the cats like you and I that don't have that opportunity, right? And it's just going to take more time for us to be able to do that. But again, we already have one foot in the grave because now we're fighting against all these cats that are yacked beyond belief, for lack of a better term, right? And again, a lot of that has to do with the way Night Marsh launched and the way the Cradle launched and everything. But in all honesty, like, if it launched that way, like, you got to live and die with it, and you got to just ride that out for season 2. Yes, the economy is going to be inflated beyond belief because you can run into Night Marsh and make it happen and get all these purples and golds. It is what it is. You either do a force wipe so you can recov and reset everything, or you just wait until season 3 and you got to just let the chips fall where they may. Like, that's just the reality of the situation. So I don't really like how Bungie has approached this whatsoever, with them continuing to dial back the Cradle, them continuing to nerf loots, or do this. This just jumped in my mind. Launch the Cradle like in a slow XP state, or launch Night Marsh where the loot is kind of weak, right? Where you get to that boss room and you might get 1 or 2 purples or something like that, right? Launch it weak. And then the community will say, man, this is kind of weak. So guess what? If you give us a 10% increase to Cradle XP, we're like, yo, this is crazy. Or you start to make the loot in Night Marsh a little bit better, we're gonna be like, yo, this is great. Like, man, Bungie's listening, right? Where all we've gotten is the opposite of that. You know, you launched it hot and you cooled it off. You should have launched it cold and warmed it up a little bit, if that makes any sense at all. I don't know, man. This is just, I guess, my soliloquy or my ramble. This is more of just a rant. Maybe this is just a me thing. I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna shut up here. I'm just like, man, Bungie, come on, dog. Like, y'all just continue to make it harder and harder for me to get people into this game, because the game, the bones of the game is great. But when you just keep nerfing stuff over and over and over again, it makes it really difficult for the average person to want to come in and want to rock out in Marathon, because they're getting stomped by all the sweats. The sweats got everything. They were going to get anything. They were going to get everything from the jump. And when the casual players, or the filthy casuals, whatever you want to call us, have the opportunity to, like, maybe not catch up with the sweats, but at least have an opportunity to, like, level and progress at a pretty quality rate, like, y'all just reeled that in. It's like, ah, come on, man. But I'm gonna shut up. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for coming and watching, and I will catch you all in the next one.